right, folks, we're back in another edition, Handykap Sports Podcast. I'm your host. I'm your boy Jay-Z Sports, and running it back once again, the two fellas, the two guys wearing the caps, Johnny Cap, Ronnie Cap, a.k.a. Ronnie Overs. Fellas, big weekend ahead. First off, how we feeling? How was the Monday? How are we?
Go ahead, Johnny boy.
All good. I'm excited. It was kind of yesterday. Yesterday felt a little weird. I just no football in sight. Didn't have much going on.
No football was brutal, but the Pebble was fine. RK, how are we?
Pebble was good. I actually threw some on one golfer. I picked Rosie. I don't know how I did it, but I cashed in on top 10, top 5, and a winner. I wish I reallocated a little bit because the winner had great odds, but I'll take what I did, and it felt good. Basketball wasn't that good for me, so I'm happy that the golf paid off, and now I'm back to baskets, and we got a big game on Sunday.
Yes,
huge game Sunday.
That's exactly right. And listen, folks, we got a big weekend ahead. We're gonna go through it all. We got obviously the Super Bowl on Sunday, which we're gonna preview. We got the Waste Management Phoenix Open, which we're also gonna preview as well. One of the major tournaments of the year, almost like a major, like maybe almost like a Ryder Cup, like just given the fan experience and the pressure and the intensity. So that's always great. And then we got a little NBA news. You know, LeBron is almost there. Regarding the points and becoming number one of all time, so we might get into that a little bit. I know there's a section on DraftKings just for LeBron, whatever that means, but we could get into that as well. But out of the gate, Super Bowl this Sunday, Chiefs Eagles. How do we feel about the Super Bowl? Who do we like? Where are we leaning? Or are there any bets that you guys are liking? JK, if you want to kick us off here, we'll hop right into the Super Bowl preview.
Super Bowl in general, I'm personally on the Chiefs. I took Chiefs plus 200 before the two championship games on last Sunday, so I'm sitting on that for my game pick. Prop wise, not sure yet. Usually have a lot of fun with the props on Super Bowl. Usually into the boxes, so. Usually when you're watching the Super Bowl, at least for me, every play you don't even know what you're rooting for half the time. But
you must have a lot of action if
you must have a lot rolling.
No.
All right, kiddo.
It's an interesting game. I like the Chiefs solely because of one player on the field, the best player on the field, the best player in the NFL, the best player in sports right now, in my opinion, Patty. And then I think it's a very interesting game. You got the Eagles, I think, are a better team at the bottom. When you look at the 22 starters, when you look at the 53-man roster, I think the Eagles blow them away. But when you look at probably the three best players on the field, I'm giving that to Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones, three Chiefs. But obviously three guys can't win it for you. So I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think.
Well, if you have the three best. I don't know about that, John. I think you got a chance to win.
I think after those three, I think if you put the next 15, 20 guys, I would say probably 75 to 80% of those guys are Eagles, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's why I think it's an interesting game.
It's legit.
But then again, Mahomes is Mahomes, and he wins games. I think if the Eagles win, the under will hit. If the Chiefs win, the over will hit. That's my little other prediction for the game.
You might be missing out on the. There's no bet for it, but the other big advantage is the fat man with the headset standing on the sidelines of the Chiefs. I mean, this guy he's just, you can't shake this guy. He's stoic over there. I mean,
he is.
There was a pretty good picture online. I'm not sure if any of you guys saw it. There was a picture of when Andy Reid was in the punt, pass, and kick contest when he was a kid.
I actually just saw that. It's the greatest video ever.
The guy must have weighed 200 pounds, and every other kid weighed 80 pounds. Wow. I mean,
how old was he? 13 years old or something like that? Whatever.
10, 11, 12, who knows?
Hey, but he's just a mastermind, and he's obviously going to come in with an unbelievable plan. that they're going to have. It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, you obviously got the Eagles O-line, like John, you said. You know, the star power on the Chiefs with quarterback, tight end, best player on defense. But you look into the trenches, what the Eagles have, you know, on the O-line and D-line. I think it's going to be a very close game. One bet that I actually did lock in was yes to overtime. I like that bet a lot.
Oh wow!
What's the odds? Let me guess.
You know, I can't remember the odds off the top of my head. I could pull it up right here. Actually, let me pull that up.
What's your guess on that, RK?
My guess on overtime, I would say that there will be overtime plus 1,600.
The same ballpark.
We'll find that. I'll find that in a little later on here. But
while you're doing that, I'll give you my three best bets for the Super Bowl. You want to hear them?
Let's hear them.
I think the listeners would absolutely love to hear that.
So I like the over. I know that's a big surprise.
Shocker.
So I do like the over.
That's why we call them Ronnie Overs, folks.
And then for the props, I got two that I like. I like Smith, Devontae Smith, longest reception. I think it's like in the mid-20s right now. Paying him, minus 110. It's been hitting consistently all year. And I like I'm going to screw up his name, Pachenko, right?
Isaiah Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco. I like him. Total receiving and rushing yards combined, I think it's in the mid-60s to get minus 110. So I like those two bets. Last week he blew it away. I had it last week, and who else?
It was all receiving.
I think he's going to have a big game too.
Who else are they going to go to? They're going to go to what's the other number
McKinnon,
one?
He just catches the ball.
Yeah, he might be good for passing yards. Might not be a bad play. And the other one I like, if I went touchdowns, if I was to parlay two guys to score a touchdown, I would go with you guys know I screw up names, so I just could tell you who the quarterback for the Eagles.
Hurts. And Kelsey, let me guess.
And Kelsey.
Yeah.
I like those two. You probably get a decent number. I haven't looked at it. Probably plus 200 if I had to guess, something like that. It's not bad. Both guys have a really good chance of scoring. They got a QB sneak and Hurts, and who else is Mahomes going to go to? He's going to hit Kelsey at least once.
Kelsey anytime is minus 125. Yeah. Hurts anytime is minus 115.
Yeah.
And by the way, the overtime prop is 11-1.
Oh, so
I was close.
Right on it.
I had 1,200. A good first touchdown or just touchdown in general. If the Eagles get the ball to the 1 or 2 yard line, you got a real good shot to hit it.
Oh yeah, they're going to run that QB sneak 4 times.
They'll sneak it 3 times in a row.
I think the Eagles are going to try and play it pretty loose. I think they're going to try and pull some things out. That coach is pretty good. He likes to take some chances. So I think it's going to be a good game. I do think I probably would. I barely bet a game anymore. But if I did, I think I like the Chiefs because of Andy Reid. That's what I think puts them over the top.
Nothing wrong with betting a world-class coach like that.
Yep, and he's going against his old team, so that's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. I'm pumped. I'm really excited for the game. It's going to be good. Everything. It's a good Super Bowl. So,
and they're playing it where in Arizona.
Arizona, right
that's unbelievable.
As well.
Man, is that the place? That's the place to be this weekend.
Hotel prices over there, Airbnbs must be
crazy.
Through the roof.
Yeah,
through the roof. But should be a great game. The spreads were like 1.5, so I think it's going to be a great game, close game. Very excited for that.
The spread was moving a little bit.
It's been all over the place.
But, so I guess where does it sit right now? Who's favored?
It sits right now, I think, at 1.5.
Eagles minus 1.5.
The Eagles are minus 1.5. Yep.
But pretty much a pick 'em.
So it's unusual for the Chiefs to be a postseason dog. They had some stat out there. This is the first time in like 12 or 13 games, maybe more. First time they're a postseason dog. I don't know what that means, but it must mean something.
I mean, if you're giving me the Chiefs at plus 105 with the money line and Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, I'm going to take them all day long. I'll bet on the game. I'm going to be on the Chiefs, and I like that overtime bet as well.
You like the there was, I know it never happened, but there was a lot of chatter about OBJ signing up with the Chiefs. Did you ever think that was going to happen? Or you thought it was bullshit?
It's all bullshit. He's a certified clown. Did you see what happened to him on the flight? Did you see what happened to him on the flight? He got kicked out. He got kicked off a flight.
Yeah.
He's a prima donna. He's crazy. He's never going to be on a team.
He's out of his mind. We'll see. It's good. Yeah.
It should be a good one.
What's he? I heard you betting on Mrs. Kelsey to throw out to do the coin toss. That's going off a plus 3,200. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if there's odds on that one. But that's the big talk. Everyone wants her to do the coin toss. I don't think it's going to happen. You never know, though.
Never know.
Never know. Could happen. But, yeah, like I said, going to be an unbelievable game.
Okay.
Close spread. Super Bowl Sunday should be an absolute doozy. Moving in the right direction with golf. Dad, like you said, Pebble Pro-Am this weekend. Great hit on Rose. Would you throw on him after Thursday?
I think I threw after the second round, which is the only time I start looking. And I just what made me do it is I was watching and I saw him. Rose had a lot of birdie opportunities that he was missing, 8 to 10 footers, but just missing. He was dialed in. He must have been striking the ball good. And I looked at the leaderboard. He was probably the most experienced guy in the leaderboard. They had a lot of guys that aren't in that spot. Although that other guy, McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy.
He had a
Sunday was unbelievable.
He had a 29 in the front. Then he made back-to-back bogeys. But that guy's been pretty good. So you want to look at him down the road. I don't know if it's necessary this weekend, Waste Management, but sometime he's going to win this year. Mm-hmm. And also the guy who came in second in Saudi Arabia is going to win this year for sure. Cam Young. Yeah, he's going to win. It's unfortunate that a LIV guy won Answer, but what are you going to do? I don't even think that tournament was on TV.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was a good field, but they got no publicity, thankfully, because who cares?
John, it was a better field than the Pebble.
I know it was, but I also I when I said I didn't know what was going on, I knew it was happening, but I didn't think about it for 4 days until you guys just mentioned it.
Yeah.
So,
Dad, Rosie on approach gained 2.5 in the ball striking category, just gained over 2. Around the green, gained 2.5 and putted well, gained 2 there.
That's what you got. You're the stat guy. That's what we got you for.
Total strokes gained was 16. So yeah, tee to green was great, 5 there. Lost off the tee, but he was dialed in all week. I'm sure
he's not a big hitter. Pebble is just around 7,000 yards. You don't need to be a big hitter.
Yeah,
no.
But it's absolutely stunning place. Although a lot of guys, no, I never played there, but a lot of guys were talking about doing golf trips out to Pebble. And the big thing is you got to be, you could get, you get that kind of weather. It's probably not enjoyable.
No.
So that's you have a lot. You almost want to spread it out over a couple of days to make sure you hit it right, because it's definitely a bucket list course for guys like me, and I'll eventually go. I will play. I'd like to play all 3 out on that peninsula. But boy, that's beautiful. Some of the fall offs. You got pros hitting the ball over the cliffs onto the beach. That's awesome. It's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
It's just the green fees are a little hefty, but that's neither here nor there.
You guys are working your way up. You'll be okay. You'll be okay one day.
Hit a couple more outrights and we'll be right there.
There you go.
Pebble. The Pebble obviously this weekend. Fine tournament, not that great, but the one finally we're here. Waste Management Phoenix Open. Some may say this is the start. This is the start to the calendar year. the type of atmosphere that you get here. I think they hold around 250,000 people, a crazy number. People think it's Ryder Cup like. People think it's major type like. John, I know you played there. Obviously, like you weren't at the tournament, but you played TPC Scottsdale before.
Oh, you weren't playing in the tournament?
No, I played the 16th hole with my shirt off.
You know what? Thankfully, you weren't on the tournament.
I made a triple.
I bet.
Where'd your tee shot go?
Bunker. Went bunker to bunker. Out. 3-putt off the fringe, I think. I don't know. I was probably pretty juiced up at that point.
But good experience though. You like to play?
Oh no, the play. I mean, I'll be honest with it. I'll be honest with you. I think we talked about last pod. I played there. I played Greyhawk, and I played a couple other courses. But that and Greyhawk were the top two I played. Mm-hmm. Greyhawk, 10 out of 10. EPC Scottsdale, the stadium course. Honestly, very underwhelming. Holes 1 through 14. Holes 15 through 18 are beyond majestic. Some of the 4 coolest holes I've ever played in my life. But 1 through 14, opinion, not worth the money to play the course.
Interesting.
If you're back there, if you want to play, want to do something like more like sceney, like yeah, go play it, go experience it. But the stadium's not even up. It's I don't know. It was nice. Don't get me wrong, but
when you played there,
it's not worth the money.
I thought they kept this. I thought it became such a permanent structure that stadium is always up. It wasn't up when you were there. I think now it might be permanent.
It's up. I don't know. I went 2 years ago, but
so I don't usually look at a leaderboard for a tournament until after the cut, as I've mentioned before, mm-hmm. and I haven't really. So is there somebody that you guys love in that tournament? I know who won last year? Scheffler.
Scheffler won last year in a playoff versus Patrick Cantlay.
That's right.
That was a great playoff. That went into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I tweeted out this morning. Odds come out. Well, the odds were on DraftKings, but I'm always just an early morning clicks on Monday morning. My early clicks, I put it on my Twitter. I got Colin at 25-1. I got Homa at 25-1. I got Decky at 35. Sungjae at 35, and then Sam Burns, I got at 55-1, which I thought was crazy.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
I like Burns. I'll give my pick now of everything you said. I don't make a real pick until after the cut, but I'm not going to make the bet. But of everyone you named, with that number, with the return, I like Burns.
Well, I don't think it's there now. He's probably at like 45, I think. Yeah. Okay. Burns is down to 45, but
45, 55, 45, 55. If you're going to take it, it's not much of a difference.
Mm-hmm. But like I was getting into, Phoenix Open, TPC Scottsdale. This is nothing like the prior tournaments we had. 3-course rotation is out the window now. This is your classic. This is actually our first elevated event. Purse is $20 million. Winner gets $3 million. This is the first elevated event tournament.
There was a lot of chatter about the Pebble not being an elevated one, and that's why they had the shit field.
Exactly.
And they're like, can they do it at another time of the year to make it elevated? Although they have all the famous. You have a lot of stars there. You had a lot of NFL guys. I mean, who won it?
Aaron Rodgers and Ben Silverman. Ben Silverman.
Yeah.
And Ben Silverman didn't even make the cut.
No, Ben Silverman didn't make the cut. He's on the come up though. He's pretty good.
Yeah. And then Josh Allen was up there with his partner.
I think he played with Keith Mitchell.
Yeah, Keith Mitchell.
Mitchell was right there.
Mitchell had a good round.
I took him.
Every time I watched it, every time I was on TV, John and I are big Bills fans. Josh Allen was just such a great teammate. Like, he seemed like he was always out of the hole. He was never putting out, just giving a fist bump. And then later in the following, I think it was Sunday, when they already called the amateur part of it, Mitchell was wearing like a quarterback hand warmer. So maybe he's trying to go with his inner Josh Allen. But it was nice that those
That's
guys
funny.
played in it. But he took that over touch football. Can't blame him. Oh, flag football.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
The Pro Bowl is absolutely ridiculous. Who would
It's
ever want to?
It was
You know
actually
what?
like they made it such a joke. It was almost funnier to watch.
It's actually the Manning show is really what it is.
Yeah. Wait, I
What?
got one more thing on the golf tournament this weekend
Go
for
ahead.
the Waste Management. Since the Century Tournament of Champions, the winners, Rom, Kim, Rose.
Yeah.
5 winners or less than the last name. Something to
Yeah,
think about.
I'm just
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
I saw that. I follow some guy on Twitter, and he was the first one to post that. And I think Justin Thomas quote tweeted in, and he was like, "I go by Justin Tom, THOM."
It's all.
So-
I didn't hear everything, John. All 4 letters, or
Yeah.
just 4 letters or less.
No,
Four-
Kim had 3.
All right. Maybe M is the pick.
Oh,
You
Jacob,
can't go wrong with him.
Jacob, how about Tom Kim in a big moment on the 16th hole? That might be just what the most electric moment on earth.
I cannot wait for Tom Kim to tee it up. Honestly, not even tee it up on that hole. That hole's obviously going to be electric, but just the whole tournament. And to be quite frank, given his ball striking ability, I know he's not long off the tee, and then that's not that big here, but it only does help. Shorter players can win here. This is a ball striking paradise. Tom Kim has a very good chance to win, and at this event, like I said, it's a ball striking paradise. You got to be good on approach. Tee to green is massive. Tee to green here wins. Like if you have really really good tee to green percentages here, you're gonna win. And
I like 17 better than 16 actually.
Oh, 17's awesome.
17 is the long par five. Is the
No,
par
it's a
five?
drivable par 4.
Four. That's right.
Jake,
Drivable par 4.
15 is the par 5. 16 is the stadium. 17 is the drivable par 4. Then 18 is a nice little ending par 4. But no, it's going to be good. One more thing I wanted to bring up while we're still on golf. You guys know.
Can't hear you, John.
You can't. Can you hear me now?
You good.
Perfect.
Full Swing Netflix documentary comes out on the 15th. It's going to be a great doc. 15 golfers. You see,
I heard
inside.
about that. It's going to be good. Yep.
On the 15th, it comes out. I think they purposely did it right around this time, right after a tournament that a lot of people will catch their eye. Watch, like this is when a lot of people get into golf. It's good timing when they are putting this out. It's going to be cool. You'll see the live guys. I don't know how much they're going to go into the live transition because I'm sure Final Cut must have been, I would say, like months ago. But it's going to be really good to see all these guys. It's going to be awesome. Actually, I'm pumped.
By the way, last week when we were talking about the European tour when it came down to Rory,
We were all over it.
and Patrick Reed. Just so you know, I mean we were on top of it Monday night. It was a Monday finish. No one else in the business started talking about it till Wednesday. I actually you cut me a nice little short of my little rant about how McIlroy was sweating it out.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not going to respond, but I forwarded the message to Rory. Rory, if you're out there, come on, baby, have some set of balls. Let's go. Let's get on this podcast. And but
Roy, if you're listening, you're more than welcome to come on, man.
The Rory Whisper.
so yeah, it was. But that was kind of funny how a lot of the talk shows hit it late. They hit a lot of things late. I think we're on top of things. We're not afraid to go after coaches.
Mm-mm.
You hear it. I think you hear it here first.
I mean, we let it fly on the Handykap Sports podcast. But what I was going to say also that we were ahead of was the football. What was it, Dad? We were talking earlier about that.
Throwing the Bills coach under the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Called for his job.
Actually, we all love Part of My Take. It's a hell of a podcast. They actually said, "Oh, we should have jumped on this a little earlier." They eventually got to it. We were all over the day after the game. And that's okay. Those guys are great. They're a great listen. We love them.
Wait, John, did they do an interview with Boomer?
Yeah, Boomer was today.
Was
Yeah,
that today?
I listened to half of it. I got to finish
Oh,
it. But Boomer.
Boomer came back.
Yeah, Boomer was today's guest.
Oh, because he's been on there a bunch of times.
Once before. They did it last year right before the
Yeah.
Super Bowl with him, and they did it this year
Oh,
right before
he's
the Super
good.
Bowl.
He's
Schwam.
John,
And then Wednesday they got J.J. Watt. First J.J. Watt interview since the retirement.
John, they have the best interviews. And I think it's just a testament to Big Cat. Big Cat is just so good at interviewing people. It's amazing.
Listen, they create really.
Yeah.
Big Cat, if you're listening,
Give us a little love.
Give us a little love, Cat. But yeah, Phoenix this weekend. Like I said, it's not going to be like anything we've seen recently. It's really no cupcake. You know, scrambling's going to be big here. You're going to be under a lot of pressure with these fans. You know, you're going to want to save par. And just go running down the course real quick. Par 71, 4 par 3s, 11 par 4s, 3 par 5s, Bermuda greens, but there's kind of a blend with, it's an overseed blend between bent, POA, and rye. Large greens opposed to last week, which were a little, much smaller, 2-inch rough. And at TPC Scottsdale, it's almost like a dome. It's almost like a dome course. You're not going to get much wind. You know, weather probably not going to play that big of a factor. So like I said, dialed in, with the ball striking on approach off the tee is going to be huge. One thing I will say is the putting this week, obviously it's going to be important, but it's not going to be as important as you think. Tee to green, like I said. And I got another nugget for you guys. Since 2015, every winner has been 50 to 1 or shorter. Like I said, cream rises to the top here. The best players win this event year after year after year, and that's who I targeted. I'm trying to find good value there, and I cannot wait.
They have a great. I didn't look at the field. They have a great field. Rom and all those guys are in it.
Everyone should be playing in this.
Sure.
I don't see.
Oh, because it's also the big money. That's nice.
I also think
that's where the elevated comes in.
Yep.
It speaks for where the field this past week wasn't very big, wasn't like big name wise. So I would assume that this one is going to be big. Then you got a few weeks off, and then you start getting into everything.
Well, you're not that much off. If you want to go to Riviera,
yeah,
right after that.
True.
And then we got the Arnold, the API is a little bit after that. Scotty Scheffler has a lot of tournaments to defend this year.
I wonder if I wouldn't know, but if API is elevated, otherwise guys might take a week off, get ready for the Masters. You never know.
We got a great stretch. Coming up.
Let me know when you're done with golf. I want to go one place, and then we'll be on schedule. Let me know when you're ready.
For it. I got nothing left.
Yeah,
I got one big one left. Go ahead.
One quick thing. Last thing with golf. We will have Ronnie Overs' picks. Finally, this week we have a 36-hole cut. So the Ronnie Overs special will be in action. T10, T5 outright after the 36-hole cut. I'll be tweeting that out. I'll be getting it right from Ronnie Overs himself, the primary contact.
Good.
So excited for the Waste Management. Ronnie, the floor is yours.
Give you one interesting one. You have, I think the number is 37. You have LeBron James needs 37 points to break Kareem's record. He's playing home tomorrow night. I think he's minus 110, over 32.5. So if he's going to go over 32.5, he's going to go over 36. He's going to break it.
Right.
To think he's not going to break it unless he gets hurt, it's a hell of a. You never want to say anything is a lock, but you can't see him not getting it in LA tomorrow night. It's an interesting play. I would almost say the only hedge would be if he gets hurt. So if he gets hurt, what are you going to go? You go under 15 or 20 points. It's not going to be anything in between, and you got to think he's going to get it. We have a little boy on this podcast. He hit a big number. There was no way he wasn't going to hit his 1,000th point in high school.
Exactly.
He just knocked it right out. It could have, I don't know what you needed. You needed 20 something. There's no doubt about it. You can't, and they're just going to feed LeBron all day. He's not going to. He's just. I don't see him not getting it. It's an interesting play.
He plays tomorrow night.
Tuesday night, L.A. I don't even know who they're playing.
I'm looking it up now.
Is it the Thunder? I think it's the Thunder.
Yeah,
Thunder.
So I think the Thunder give up a lot of points too.
Yeah, they're a big scoring game. You got LeBron needs, I think, 36 or 37 to break Kareem's record. They have it set at over 32.5, but you can probably do, maybe even get a little better odds by going right to the number. I just don't see him. I don't see him not getting it tomorrow night at home unless he gets hurt.
I don't know. Like I was just on DraftKings today, just like rolling through. Like they have a LeBron section, and the game versus the OKC Thunder. When will LeBron James break the scoring record? Versus the Thunder, it's plus 250, but then versus the Bucks on 2/9/23, which I think is Thursday, is minus 295. That's
very
value.
interesting.
That's value right there against the Thunder.
Wow, that's massive.
I would just take that number. That's crazy,
right?
That's
So I guess the alternate. So if you go to an alternate like points over under, it's probably like that plus 280 or whatever it is.
Well, I mean, that's something. All right.
Did you see LeBron is so butthurt that his boy Kyrie?
Oh yeah. What was his three word tweet? He doesn't like me, or
what did I do or something?
He goes, I hope it's not me, or like I hope
it's not me. Yeah.
No,
must be me. He said, must be me. I would love. I didn't look at it, but I'd love to have seen Dallas's odds to win the chip before the trade and after the trade. I don't see who's going to beat if Kyrie's healthy and hungry and active. Who's going to beat them on the West? I can't think of it.
There's plenty of teams that can beat them.
No, but John,
you have no idea.
No, I know. They're the best.
Kyrie's unbelievable. Like he's so good.
Duo.
He's so talented.
They're the best guard duo in the NBA. I'm not debating that. But I mean, there's other great teams in the NBA.
Yeah. Denver doesn't have two stars like this.
Jokic and Murray.
Not even close. Not even close.
I know. I know. You're right. I'm saying
you put Murray versus Kyrie.
Dad, I know.
Come on, dude. I know you don't like the guy.
I know. Trust me. I don't.
You like Kyrie?
He's a great player. I don't like him at all. I don't like the Nets. I'm happy the Nets are all fucked up right now. And I have a lot of boys that root for the Nets. I'm not going to give any shout outs, but they know who I'm talking about. And they I don't know what the Nets are going to do. Now the Nets say they might trade KD. Although I think KD might embrace it and say, listen, I'm going to build underneath me, and let's see if we can put a team together. I would almost root for the Nets if he had the balls to do that. That's what a man does. That's what that's what these guys do. And I hope he doesn't run to the Lakers or runs to go back to Golden State. Who knows?
I love Luka. I hate Kyrie. But like I said,
closer, John, closer to the phone.
The only point why I would root for Kyrie is because it would just make it so funny seeing Kyrie win not on the Nets. That's the only reason why. That would make me happy.
I think they have a great chance of winning the West. Yeah. I mean, the East is obviously the top heavy conference.
Kyrie's all banged up. I mean, the Sixers are good, but Harden's going to fall asleep in the playoffs again, so they're not going to win. I mean, I don't know, maybe the Bucks, but they're all hurt. I mean, it's really and just like the Chiefs have Andy Reid, the Mavericks have Mark Cuban. The guy knows what he's doing.
Andy Reid and Mark Cuban don't do the same thing.
What's that?
Mark Cuban's the owner.
Dude, he's very involved.
Mark Cuban goes after the players. I mean, it's a great move. Some people might.
By the way, I know you're going to sign off in a minute. This is the exact same move, I think. Who coaches the Mavericks? Is Jason Kidd? Jay Kidd did the same exact move. He went from the Nets to the Mavs. Similar type of hysteria around it. He got the same move. I mean, if those two guys can connect, I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to stop them. They have a big man in Dallas. Who's their big man?
No, I mean, it's gonna come.
They gotta get that guy.
Both of them.
They gotta get that guy who's like from Europe. He's like 7'8". What's that guy?
Boban.
We gotta get him or Bol, one of those guys, and forget about it. You know,
Bol.
Yeah, well, that's the NBA news for you. LeBron tomorrow. I mean, I like that line at plus 250 for him to break the record.
I like
tomorrow is at plus 250. Thursday, the Bucks is minus 295. Super Bowl Sunday, Chiefs Eagles. The picks are in here. Waste Management Phoenix Open coming to you Thursday to Sunday. Elevated event, 36-hole cut. Going to be an absolute doozy, folks. It was another great one. We'll be back again next week for our Super Bowl reaction, for our Waste Management reaction, and then we head over to the Riv, where our guy Ronnie Overs has a lot of experience with, so he'll be able to give us some nice intel there. Folks, anything else on your end? I think that's it.
Let's go.
Good job, Jacob.
Let's do it.
Hell of a weekend coming, folks. We'll speak to you guys later. Have a great week. Have a great Monday night. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Later, boys.